Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. The following video will contain spoilers from Season 4's first episode of Arrow titled Green Arrow. If you don't want anything ruined for you, stop watching now. For the rest of you, hey guys, Dave here. And before I get started today, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to a very cool website and place on Facebook called the Arrowverse. It's actually a cool place that has all kind of breaking news, discussions, a lot of things that talk about Arrow, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and plenty of good stuff there. They've always been pretty decent to me, and now that the website's been expanded a bit, that you can actually get onto the forums there, and you can chat. I've actually been posting a lot of my videos as far as for reviews, theories, and other good stuff there, so please, check out the link down below, Arrowverse.com, as well as the link down to the Facebook page of the Arrowverse. I think you'll be glad you did. Anyway, hey guys, now, as I said, this is about the first ever flash forward from Arrow. Now, Season 4, Episode 1's episode, they had a flash forward about 6 months from the beginning, where Oliver and Barry are standing over a grave, and they're very melancholy about what's going on. Apparently Flash couldn't help because he was dealing with Zoom, but we never got to see who the grave belonged to, but apparently it looks like someone that's connected to Oliver and Team Arrow may very well be dying. Now, there's a lot of speculation about who the heck it could be. Well, some people are thinking it because of Barry showing up there and his emotional connection, it might be Felicity. I know there's a lot of people, not naming names, Arrowverse, but there's a lot of people out there that aren't crazy about the Oliver-Felicity couple thing. So they're thinking that, maybe it's a possibility that she's going to be going away. Well, who knows? Right now, pretty much everybody could be on the chopping block here, with the exception of Oliver and Barry. So let's go down through the list of what the possibilities are. A lot of people are thinking it could very well be Felicity, because as Barry was showing up there, that was implied that since he had a relationship with Felicity too, maybe that's part of the reason why people were thinking that. Others are thinking maybe it's Captain Lance. I mean, he's always had a big part in it. I mean, being Laurel and Sarah's father, he's always been influential there, so that's a possibility, especially with the crap that he's starting to get into here in Season 4. Other people are saying maybe it's Laurel herself. I don't know, I mean, with Sarah dying, who knows, something could happen to her. But another thought that I had was, what if it's actually Laurel's mother, Dinah? Yeah, see, in the comics, there were two Black Canaries that were members of the family. The first one was Dinah Drake Lance, who is actually, that's the name of Laurel's mother, and then her daughter, Dinah Laurel Lance, which that's Laurel's full name. Maybe something happens to Dinah's, the mother, so Laurel ends up becoming so heartbroken, and maybe she takes time away for a bit, and to try to honor her mother, she starts going by Dinah. I mean, people changing names, I mean, it's not like they haven't pulled that before, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Anyway, or maybe Sarah dies again, but I somehow doubt that. With Thea also experiencing rage and a killer bloodlust, thanks to also being exposed to the Lazarus pit, people think that maybe Thea could be on the chopping block and she's going to die, which is the possibility. Or maybe to protect the people she cares about, Thea Queen will make, to the rest of the world, people will think that Thea Queen did die, and the rest of the world must think that she is dead, until she finds a way to control the raging spirit that dwells within her. Roar! Incredible Hulk reference. Hey, that was funny. If Family Guy can do it, so can I. So, they got possibilities. It could be Laurel, it could be Sarah, again, but I doubt it considering that Legends of Tomorrow is going to be happening. It could be Captain Lance, it could be Felicity, could be Dinah, Laurel's mother. Could Roy show up again, only to die again for real? We don't know. But all I know is it's someone that obviously Oliver cares about, has some connection with Barry trying to be there for support, but we don't see any of the other members of Team Arrow. And now you might notice that I've left a certain person out. And this is where it comes to my thought and theory on it. You see, John Diggle has been there from pretty much the beginning as Oliver's bodyguard. And eventually he got pulled into becoming Team Arrow and doing a lot of parts of it. There's been a lot of discussion about him. Heck, I've made a theory video or two about who John Diggle's code name might one day become. And, well, we also know that now we have the introduction of Curtis Holt, who's doing a new version of Mr. Terrific, and will become Mr. Terrific on the show. This puts an interesting possibility. A lot of people were wondering, was John Diggle going to become Guardian or stuff like that? Well, my theory is that, unfortunately, it may answer the question about what's Diggle's code name going to be. And my answer is this. What is John Diggle's code name going to be? It may not matter, because by the time he finally picks one, he very well may be the one in that grave. I hear my logic out on this. John has been important, but he's definitely not going to be John Stewart. He's established in the comic books as a character, but nothing, well, significant. Nothing shakes the DC universe. So, I mean, the possibilities were there. I mean, I thought his code name might become Monitor, because technically his wife, Lila, is Harbinger. So, could that be a connection? I don't know. But what I fear is, well, take a look at his outfit. Wearing pretty much mostly black, wearing a Magneto-style helmet/visor. But take a look at the way the visor is, the Magneto helmet. What's the shape that the lenses form? A T. Now we know that Curtis Holt is going to become Mr. Terrific, and the role of Mr. Terrific in the comics has always had a level of tragedy. See, the very first one in the Justice Society, Terry Sloan, was a guy who was essentially a perfectionist. He was brilliant, he was physically athletic, but he felt like there was no more challenges in his life, so he was going to kill himself. But the same bridge he was about to jump off of, there was a woman that actually was committing suicide at the same time. He jumped in to save her. And realizing that there's a world of people that need help, and with costume heroes popping up, there's always going to be a challenge for him. So he became the first Mr. Terrific. In the comics, Michael Holt, Olympic-level athlete, had several PhDs. In DC Universe, he's listed as the third smartest man on the planet. So that's something. Well, his family died. And because of this, he was thinking about also killing himself until he was shown the legacy of Mr. Terrific and realized that his brilliance and physicality is needed. And the big thing about the Mr. Terrifics are that they're all about fair play. That things, when something comes to unbalance the scales, someone has to step up to level the playing field. Now there's plenty of people right now in the Team Arrow family, but since Mr. Terrific's birth always has to do with a loss, and we have already seen that Curtis Holt is married, could he lose somebody? It's a possibility. But John Diggle does have a family, a wife, and a daughter. And he seems to be wearing similar motif that, with certain exceptions, would kind of fit several things in the aesthetic of Mr. Terrific. So it is my theory that we may not get to see an actual code name that John Diggle takes, because he's going to die. And in the name of fair play and balancing the scales, Curtis Holt may step up and become Mr. Terrific, forming the T part of the visor that John Diggle wore in his honor. So, what do you guys think? Do you think I have a point here? Do you think that the person he could be stepping up to fill might be the role? Now, the thing is, with Curtis's brilliance, he also could technically fill the role of the guy that's taking care of the computers and ops the same way Felicity is right now. So, if Felicity dies, Curtis could step up to fill that role. If Diggle dies, he might step up to try to fill that role as well. What do you guys think? Am I onto something? Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and check out the link to the Arrowverse. If you guys think it's awesome, please check it out. Let them know. And if you know of any other cool forums that talk about Arrow, the Flash, or stuff like that, please feel free to tell me about them. Let's share the fan love, okay? All right, guys. Take care. Until next time. Dave signing out. Peace. Yum yum.